Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fantasy Take TV podcast. Me and George are here ahead of opening round, which has come upon us, and it's here 2 days away. We get to watch 10 teams battle it out, 5 games across the weekend, one in Melbourne, which is good. I'll be going to, actually, George, with a couple of my Saints fans, mates, see if they can get up.
Nice.
So that'll be good. And then, obviously, all those other games interstate. But, mate, you keen? Footy's back. It's a couple of days away.
Honestly, watching every practice game, it's this spell in between and no SuperCoach for opening round. I think it's all right. So I think just sit back and enjoy opening round, I think. But yeah, keen to get back into it. Hopefully pick a good team, which would be good. Just need to get off to a good start, hopefully. I need to let go of a few favourites, maybe Connor McDonald, not sure in the mid-time, so let that one go, hopefully. But yeah, I'm keen. I can't wait for SuperCoach to start.
Last week, mate, for you to mess around with your team until it's locked away for another year, mate. You can make some trades, but this off-season, that's your favourite time, mate. The amount of changes you can do to your team, but you'll be locked away next week.
I'll get a few hours back during the week, hopefully.
All right, off the top, we're going to drop a couple leagues throughout this video. So I'll drop one now. If you manage to get into it, I'll just say don't join the other two that I drop later. Don't try and just join one of the leagues, and me and George will both be in there. I mean, George is an expert this year, so I know his leagues are totally just all over the shop. He can't even see what leagues he's in, and he's just been maxed out across the board. So he'll be there. You'll see his face. But just a way to get a few of the community who listen to us every week into a league. So the first one, numbers on the screen for those watching on YouTube, but for those listening, 562513. So jump in that one, and I'll release a couple more across the podcast. Getting to some news, George. We actually, before I sat down just then, some injury lists are out. It's back on a Tuesday, so there are some. Not every team. I think there's like 5 or 6 teams that haven't quite done it yet, but most teams are there. And I put a little list down, mate. So you can bring that up if you want now. But Hayden Young's the one today that I think we saw a tweet from a journo over in the West that he rolled his ankle and was talking to some docs, but then he apparently took some set shots, went off the park, and I think another journo tweeted not too long ago before we're recording that it's only minor and they expect him to be available in 11 days because they don't obviously play in round 0. So looking like he'll be fine. I guess we'll get another update like next week or later in the week maybe, but what's your thoughts on that?
Ryan Daniels tweeted they expect him to be available.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Sorry.
No, it's all good, brother. And then GWS had a lot of, because they've obviously had a lot of injuries this preseason, but finish would be okay from what I saw. And then the other one I thought maybe has a bit of relevance is Bedford could be back in 1 week. So I know GWS didn't tag late last year. He's obviously done a bit of tagging for them over the last couple of years, but he stopped tagging like post-buy last year. But you never know. Like he obviously is always there as an option. What do they do since, no Tom Green? They got Finn and Clary. They throw Bedford in there. Who knows? But apparently he's only 1 week away, so maybe he plays round 1, just misses round 0. I'm not sure. But that was like meant to be a month or something, George, or at least like another few weeks. So he must be doing all right. So, yeah, we don't know if he'll tag, but it's just something to monitor, I guess.
Yeah, if you injuries in the midfield, they could change something up. But I do think it feels like they have moved away from that.
It does, but it's always something that could come back. You never know. And then a couple, I think Cadman as well. So I think there might be some debutants, rookies for us in the forward line, and it's sort of the questions with them is going to be job security, right? So Brent Daniels is like 3-4 weeks. Cadman's I think 2. They've said that came out today, and so I think kids are going to get games, but it's going to be like we'll have to read their job security, and then we do get a look at them this week, but. Yeah, we'll just have to see how the teams go because I actually think there will be at least 1, maybe 2 cheap rookies from the Giants. Just have to try and decipher whether they're going to be worth going or not.
Early price rise.
That's true because they got the last buy, them and the Saints. So that's true. But yeah, that's something to talk about next week. Chair is 3 to 4. So, I mean, they said like, it'll be 3 and 4 and then could be another, then we'll reassess. Look. Nothing majorly important, but I know I've got Walsh. If you were looking at him, like that's kind of relevant there, I guess. Jagger Smith. No,
don't think it's going to
no
matter too much.
no discussion really. Yeah. Then Essendon released a big injury list as well. They've got a few, but the main one is Nick Bryan, George, and they've still just listed him as TBC. So it doesn't really help anyone who's interested in Blackiston. Have you still got him in your team? I know he was in your team reveal.
Yes, it's roughly
I know,
the same.
I
I'll
know
put Nash
George.
back in, I would say.
Yeah, George releases a team reveal, and by the time it drops, it's already changed. So
Yeah, it's just about getting it out there. Just I'll do another one post opening round.
we'll move on. We'll talk about these players more when we go through. We're going to go through all the games from the Amy Community Series. Kirch is a test. We knew that, I believe. That's what they said. So we'll see next week, really, because they don't play this week. But also, Luke McDonald's a test, and Hardiman is 1-2. And I know a lot of us are hoping Blamirez will get up at the old 99K rookie. So something to monitor there. I don't know too much his job security, but we'll just, I guess, see next week with their team. And will it be worrying? Okay, maybe. Yep. I guess it would be worrying if Hardiman's like still not in and then he's playing. It's like, ooh, tough one, but we'll see. Have to see their team and where he's named or how it looks, if he even is at all. Doggies have got a few tests. Ballydale, Sam Darcy, Trelaw, nothing too major there. I mean, Jakes is the one that we're all like, they've been talking him up a lot. I guess we'll see if he stays in the team with Bailey, if he's fit. And Riley Sanders is 1-2. Is there any others that you saw? Have you had a quick scroll that you thought were relevant? Or I think that's all I kind of saw that was majorly relevant.
I think Dangerfield's in doubt, which
yeah,
Geelong. Who knows?
And there's a few teams that didn't.
Yours
has just come up. The Crows, they were one that weren't there when I looked before. So obviously ranking round 2. Peatling 1 week. There's nothing else major. Hinges a test. So pretty fit.
So that tells
I guess you're all pretty fit, right? Yeah.
Yeah, a few hamstrings, but all short term. Potentially Charlie Edwards could debut. Dare I say wasn't really in line to debut if it wasn't for like a Berry rested and a few others. Peatling's hamstring. Yeah, I guess we can touch on him in the Crows review, but
there was a few other guys under clouds and they're not on the list, right? Like Saligo seems to be fine. Cumming, Archie.
That probably kills Chase Jones, who I had hopes for, but I'm very worried now.
Yeah. Okay. And then Peatling's only 1 week, so interesting. All right, let's just get to the games. Bring them up here because I've got the share screen. So we'll go with way back when. This feels like ages ago. Blues and Geelong. What were your big takeaways here, George? I know the Blues mids kind of cooked Geelong a bit here, and obviously they had a few outs. Geelong in preseason, you don't really. I mean, Chris Scott wasn't even there coaching. I don't think he was, still not long after Origin. So this was ages ago. But what were your major takeaways from this one?
Walsh looked really fit. I guess was sort of expected the first full preseason. Mitch Edwards could play, but I feel like it'll be low tog, shared, rotated. So it could be an R3. The one that threw me was Tanner Bruin. Seems like there's like a few whispers here and there. Just people who know Geelong have been trying to keep this under a bit quiet. But yeah, didn't really quite see, because we heard about a bit of halfback, but just thought, Bruin, very inside sort of player. Just been like when he last played high centre bounces, but showed an outside game. Was looking to get the ball off halfback, looking for receives and exits out of kick-ins, and they were using him a bit. He was screaming for it on the wing, stuff like that. So that one was interesting. So I'm I want 1 more week to see the tog and the role exactly, because obviously like Bailey Smith was out, but like Tom Stewart probably took a back seat. So I want to see that again, but he's like a lot of mid prices I am not really interested in, but this is one where I really wanted another look at this, and as much as we hope opening round, this is definitely going to help us here.
Big time. As you said, like Walsh, Jagger. Like Walsh looked good. That's all you can really aim for. Like fit, that's all you really care about. Jagger don't need to speak about. Reedy, look, if he plays, he's there as an option. But it is Tanner, right? And there was a few comments, true. Like there was comments from Chris Scott, I believe, saying like, he wants to prove people wrong. And then Jezza on his podcast this week was really spruiking up Tanner. Like said, he's had a really good preseason, and he from the year off, he wants to just get out there. Like he would be that keen, the year he's had. And he did say like it's going to be a couple of roles. Like he didn't specify, but saying that, I think like it's just what he played, right? Half back and mid. What's the split? What's the tog? Like you said, we don't know. That's what we're going to look for on Friday night. But he's definitely the biggest takeaway from this game for sure, because that's one that could present value and be one of the best mid prices this year. So got to at least consider it, Jaws, and have a very, very close look on Friday night. So anything else before we get to the next game?
Yeah, we'll see if Dirksen plays or not. It wasn't announced with Jagger and Harry Dean.
Yep.
But I don't know if because they didn't announce Florin and
Haywood. Yep.
Not exactly sure. Let's just have a look, but feels like it's getting a little bit tight for time for announcement, but that'll sort itself out. But he looks good. And just I know last year you didn't pick Harry Boyd, had the foresight to see that Archer Reid would hold and Boyd would not. So R3 is a really important spot. It's a trade. It could be a boost. It's, extremely important. So we actually need to pick the right one here. So we'll wait for round one teams and go from there. But I'm pretty worried about Reedy. Just not impressed with him. And round 0, if he plays, we'll get a good look at it. Because he did play Geelong, and Geelong are all like makeshift rucks basically.
Yep.
But I didn't like it, what I saw.
We'll go to the Swans and the Giants. This is one I didn't catch because, I was still working. I don't know if you caught it. And then when I saw what the replay was looking like, I wasn't too keen on clicking on it anyway. So, Grundy obviously went massive in basically just over half of game time. Toby Green was played midfield. But this game was a slop, George. I saw highlights and it was just ridiculous, especially second half. So, what could you really take away from this game, if anything?
Yeah, Grundy was moving really well, much like last year. Just looked like he just outsmart. It wasn't just it was like a centre bounce free kick where he baited Madden to walk over the line, but it was just around the ground. He was able to he had much better timing in the ruck contest, and Grundy just got him easily.
Yep.
So, it's it's Gawn, Grundy, Sherry, English, probably the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, we'll see how the season plays out, but I think Grundy will be a nice pod. He's pretty low owned. Jai Strong moved to a wing. Now, I don't know if it was because Errol got injured early. I think Justin McInerney played inside, so I don't know if that was planned or not. And Strong ended up on a wing, so maybe I just wanted to see what it looked like for team balance. If he's named run 1, I think you pick, and we'll get a look at him. But I did like his game on the wing. Good user as well. Good kick inside 50.
Yep.
Matt Roberts on the wing. I guess not really any point talking about that. Roses looked okay. It wasn't a day for forwards really.
No.
Hard to be clean, but Roses could be okay pick. Do you just save 20k, go Doveston? I don't know. Have a look at Roses in round 0. Toby Green was good in the midfield. Ralston wasn't in the starting centre bounce. I can't remember who. I think it was Cogs. So,
but also was Toby Green? I didn't watch.
I think so. From memory, I think so.
Now he also said on that podcast he's doing with Jez now is that he doesn't know whether he's playing midfield. It's just he's like, I just did it to practice it. I haven't played it that much recently. And then he went on to say I've got to work on if I'm can even play midfield, I've got to be able to get from contest to contest, which he hasn't done in since he was early 20s. I don't foresee him having a massive midfield role. I just can't. He's in well into his 30s now.
32,
He's too good of a forward. I definitely think he'll have spurts in there, but maybe a bit more longer than the spurts he's had over the last few years. It's not he's not going to play 60% mid. So I think people who are slightly interested in the pick, maybe cool your expectations on that just because of this game, him actually playing a bit of mid, but he sort of just said, I was just doing it, in the practice mode. I just don't foresee it, especially now Cadman's out. He's going to play mostly forward still, I think, is the way I see it. But Anything else from Gino? I also think there's a couple, as I said off the top, rookies that could play. Like Gothard here had 15 touches, 10
He was good.
in handball, 5 tackles. Like he could get a game up forward. 86 Tog, which leads you to believe he's already he could be decent job security. Again, hard to tell. Hannaford's down there. He played 84 Tog as well, actually, but not a great score. Delana as well as the other one, so keep an eye on that.
Gothard would be the one. I think reading Hannaford's profile, a little bit on the raw side, I think.
Yep. So, yeah, maybe Gothard. There's actually quite a few forward rookies, George. I mean,
James Leake as well.
Yeah. Yeah, where was he playing? I think someone said he might have been playing down back, was it? I'm not too sure. He had a few meters gained, 5 intercepts. I think it does look like rebound 50s too. It does look like he's playing defense.
Yeah, Whitfield did leave at half time.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Anyway, not much of a game. Let's
a couple more just quickly. Yep. Sheldrick played on Oliver. Sheldrick beat him easily, I think. I found that interesting. I'm tempted if I see 50% CBAs for Sheldrick in round 0, I'm going there in fantasy.
Okay.
A lot of sub games in there. I like him. Bit of talk on, I think it was Chad Warner talked him up, said he's improved his outside game. Fantasy for Supercoach, not so sure. This disposal is not great.
That's a crazy stat line. 12 clangers.
Yeah, it was wet, but we owned him last year. We kind of saw that a bit.
Yeah.
And also just on Lockie Ash, he is frustrating watch, I think, because he'll put points up, but he just makes a lot of blatant turnovers. Yeah, and it took me 5 minutes to watching of Ash to realize I don't want to own this guy. I'll probably get him eventually, but I just can't do a over a St Kilda guy or Whitfield. There's no way. But he's a bit cheap. So yeah, watching him's annoying. It's just the blatant turnovers they stick out a lot. But yeah,
I mean, I didn't watch the game, but that game couldn't have been won much for some outside running, kicking defenders.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But yeah, we'll see him this week. Next one, Lions and Gold Coast. I mean, geez, there's a fair chance these two best teams heading into the season, maybe list-wise, depth-wise. The Queensland teams, I don't know, they could be dominating for the next 4 or 5 years. That's a big call, but they just both look so set. I don't even think either team. I did watch this one a bit we're fully trying in this one. I don't even think Brizzy just were cruising. They're crazy. Their list is crazy. Neil, just didn't break a sweat. He was just dominating. Pretty crazy, pretty unreal. Big takeaways, George.
Didn't love Kitty's game. Got involved a bit later, but didn't really look to get involved in the first half. A lot of it was Revel was a bit more involved in a similar role. Lions mids look pristine, pretty much all of them. So they're just going to be hard to stop. Big ZZ, I'm not going to try and say it. He filled in for the ruck, so with Draper 1 to 2 weeks away, probably comes out for that. I think Bailey got a little bit of on-ball time. Looks really good. He's a primo at any other team, I think. And on Gold Coast side, Noah had a really big first quarter, just went nuts. And you just feel he's just going to destroy the first few matchups. We saw what Port did to West Coast. Krista, there's a 92 score here. I feel like that's way unders, but yeah, he played really well. His contested game, first possession game, was really, really good against a very tough matchup. So I liked Petrarca. He's going to be hard to not pick at the price and the forward status. Leo Lombard was very good. Kicked a few goals, works really hard. So pretty much what I saw in the first practice game. So I think I can field him with hope of 65-70 in these easy matchups. Zeke didn't really scream pick me, just not getting involved enough on the wing, I think, but we know the talent is there, so it might click at some point. That's roughly it, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously missing Matt Rao, and Noah took a back seat, so he sort of let Davies go in there, and Petrarca have a really good hit out. So,
yep. Yeah, Leo, pick him. I'm fielding him first 2 weeks for sure. The other one people were having. Did you mention Link McCarthy? Like, just not sure whether he's locked into this team. Like,
Played
scored another 80. Like, whereas him and Kitty have been playing like up each end, like both practice games. So, I mean, the latest word from I think it's Darcy SC on Twitter. I'll shout him out. Like, he's the Brizzy. He's been going over Brizzy training, I think, every bloody day. So shout out to him. I think the latest update I saw on Twitter today was like Kitty's in with the backs and Links with the forwards. But yeah, they've been both going like both ends of the ground in game swap. I don't know, but again, we get to see him round 0, so pretty lucky on that front. We'll just see where they're playing and whether Link's in the 23 or where he sits. But I'm interested if he is in that 23 because I think he's also one of Fage's favourites, and he just obviously hasn't been healthy for a while. So he'll be hungry, George. He'll be hungry to stay in that team if he gets in.
I didn't realize he's actually 32 years old.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it's almost like he knows like Brizzy going to go for the 3P. Like he's getting on a bit. He's had a few injuries. 170K, I think. So just one to keep an eye on.
Last full year he did 58, but 4 years before then was all like 65 to 77 in between there. So yeah, I want to see halfback time to go there. Otherwise, it's just hard to justify paying that.
Yeah, that's
like yeah, we'll have a look.
Next game, I did go back to watch this one, and then it just ended on me. So I mean, Lightning. There's so many games at that bloody Mars Stadium. They're like, oh, they're doing reworks on it for a year or whatever. Let's just get every preseason game possible down there, which I guess was their tactic. But yeah, I mean, Melbourne pretty dominant for the most part. Tiggs might be a long year. These actually, the way they're playing, like actually look rejuvenized. You know, I mean, it's a preseason game. We'll see how they go once the real stuff starts. But just overall, like watching them, I think they're going to be at least fun to watch this year. Bit of young talent coming through, better brand of footy. Yeah. So for SuperCoach, though, George, what did you see?
Yes, Windsor, I think had 11 touches last week from memory, and this week
he had that in the first quarter.
Yeah, he dominated the first quarter. So for me, I can't dive into that. There was a bit of wing time. There was a bit of centre bounce time. I think maybe a 50-50, like a 60-40 split inside to wing, I think. Don't really know with him.
Not going to play us every week.
Yeah, I need that. Like, obviously got good service from Gorn and Nanks sort of struggling with the new rules, along with a few others. So he got a lot of first easy taps through the middle or first possession. I'm not going there. I can see why you would. There's a clear role change, but for that price, I want pure mid. I don't want wing, and I need to see a bit more evidence. It's just for me, but make your own assessment. Xavier Lindsay was all right. I think he took 4 kick-ins.
He's the one I'm more interested in between him and Windsor. It's just whether or not I have a mid spot for him. Like, there's 8 mid spots. There's a few big dogs you want locked. Jagger, those mid pro. It's just hard to find a spot for him. But unfortunately, we won't see him. So he's sort of going to be picking round 1 based off not much. But at least he's got the role.
What do you want if you what do you want him to average? If you're picking him at 280K.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is a bit.
Can he do an 85 for you? I'm not sure, but you'd almost still take 80, 75, 8. You just know you're getting with that role. He should be pretty consistent with his scoring. He should make a bit of cash. Won't go nuts with the money making, but I do like him. He was really impressive from his first game last year on the wing when he was playing on the wing, but. Don't know. It's hard now just picking him blind. Not blind, but with Melbourne from watching all 3 of their games, including the streamed one. I feel like they're not a fantasy. I could be wrong, but I feel like not a fantasy friendly team.
You watched them more than me then. This preseason. Yeah, you reckon?
We'll find out. Lindsay's got 1 mark. I don't know if that matters too much, but there's no one on. Okay, I guess it was half a team, but there's no one that's had a stack of marks on the team.
That does matter. I think it does. It was only 2.5 quarters or whatever, but that does matter a bit. Where's Salem? He had 4. look, it's hard. It's one
Yeah.
game, but
We'll wait and see.
Latrell Pickett down there. I just don't think. I know some people might have him, but we've got a lot of options in the forward line. I don't think I would go there. He'll be exciting, but there's some better ones, I think. For the Tigs, Shorty, classic preseason Shorty, doing what he does. Not falling for it this year, buddy. A few guys, but I mean, we got a couple injuries more today as well. Cumming got injured in this match. He'll be out for a month. Gibby's way down there at 13 SuperCoach. We've got more options in defense, I think, too. I'm just not going to pick him, in his early first few games back off a long spell. I think he'll be fine, but maybe just score it like for SuperCoach. I just don't know if he'll hit the ground running, and he was intercepting a lot in his first year. I just don't think if he'll have that just yet. Anyone else? I mean, Sammy Lawler, people are going to love the look of every time he gets the pill, but I just don't think it'll be enough.
And it looks like his centre bounce just going forward.
Yeah, like he'll be great. He'll have some good moments. I just at 300k, I can't do it. Not much else, mate. I don't think we have many tags. Like Grill, yeah. Look, you could. I think you said it on your team review when I was watching it yesterday. You could pick him if you want, but it is 170k, and if I think we have other options, I'll probably won't. But that will come down to literally teams on Thursday night before we play, and just seeing who's named and who's not. And obviously, we won't know for the later games of the round, but. Yeah, I think you could go him. There's no issue with it. It's going to be down to the mid-bench, George. Like, if there's not that many mid-bench options, I might just have to put him there because if we don't know ahead for the Sunday teams or whatever, I might just have to pick him just so I have someone there that we know is playing sort of thing. So
played a bit of wing and a bit of half-back, but I think a lot of the ball we got was half-back. But he does want the ball and want to take it on a fair bit. Few give and goes.
Shorty and Banks, if they're in the bloody team, it might just be hard.
Banks had a couple rotations on the wing, but mostly half back. But he really wants the ball a lot. Yeah, good signs.
100%. No, Banks had a good, pretty decent year last year, so he should kick on. Yeah, not much else to talk about with the old Tigs. It'll be a long year. Just hopefully win round one again, mate. Doggies and the Hawks. Doggy's pretty dominant in this one. I mean, for me, I know it's a primo, and I know it's a ruckman, but Tim English just, I don't know, like he was freaking everywhere. Like preseason match, whatever. I need to see the AFL app have the heat maps, like the AFL app for the preseason, because I didn't check it, but I tell you, there wouldn't be like a 15 meters radius on the ground where he didn't have a mark, like all along the wing, like taking his, big old Lloyd Meek down forward. Like he just was everywhere, like outrunning him. It was pretty ridiculous. And I know that's what English has done over time, but that's what I wanted to see. Because in the Origins last time I saw him, I didn't really see too much. Like, look, it's Origin. That was bloody whatever. Some guys might have been all the rucks were kind of getting average tog and all that. So it might have just been a bit harder to get into it, but I don't know, George. And I know it's a preseason match, but I kind of just thought, damn, with the new rules, English might be the pick, especially since he's a lot cheaper than the others too. Like he's 600, whereas you're like, oh, Cherry, do I pick him, or Gorn, or it's just almost another 100k on those for those guys. So it's like, just the only killer there. That's it.
His DT last year was I think he was maybe R1, if not R2, back into last year in the other format. But yeah, he's got Briggs round one. Do you remember what he scored on Briggs last year?
Was that his 200 at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got him. I mean, I think him or Grundy. Yeah, it's rock's sort of hard, but yeah, I mean, transition should suit him. Basically, the extra mid on the outside. Good user as well, unlike a lot of the other rucks. So I've got him, and he's my R2 at the moment.
Yep. Hopefully we can decipher a bit more from opening round, like stoppages, all that sort of centre bounce, whatever. So we'll have a proper ruck discussion, I guess, after this week when we've finally got to lock it in, because I've been hating going every time you open your team going, oh, Cherry, shit, English, Grundy, fuck, like who do I pick? Like it's McAndrew R2. Yeah. So let's say that till next week. See how it goes this week. But Doggies, I mean, they just always score points, don't they? Bont was looking pretty decent, just cruising around. Sanders had a really good game, I thought, as well. Unluckily
New
for
role
him,
for
he's
him on the
out.
wing.
Yeah, he was really good, but he won't be playing this week, unfortunately for him. Eddie Richards, just solid Eddie game. Really, it's just the rookies with the Dogs, right, George? Like, whether you want to pick Bont or English is whatever. That's up to you. But we've got Cooper Hines, who I've had in my bench for a while. They've been talking him up. He seems to have one of those sort of small forward roles that sort of your Vandermeer and your Lockie McNeil had been playing over the years. He's like had a good year in the VFL last year. Now he's maybe got that spot. He's 150K, so it's a bit elevated. And then Lockie Jakes. It's Lockie, right? So those two are the ones that we're really looking at. And then the problem with Jakes is, right, Selwood's the other defender that came in, and he's more of a defensive role.
Yeah.
Lockdown sort of guy. So it's what do they go with? Is with Bailey's Dale's back, do they pick Jakes or not? So that's the watch, George. What do you got to say about
that? Yeah, Jakes has been good all preseason, so I'm not giving up there. So this is just like there's a little bit pointless discussing round 0 rookies.
Yeah.
Trying to make a verdict now, so we'll look at that next week. But yeah, if we don't get one, maybe we get the other, even though slightly different roles. Artie Jones also played a really good game. We know in the past he sort of showed in flashes, but never really been consistent or put up numbers, which is a bit of a concern. I think he's 60 DT in the VFL. A small forward, like you're not going to expect too much, but he's there with the DPP. He's a consideration, but I think I'd rather go elsewhere. But yeah, base price DPP and early price rise, so we'll get a look there. Butterick took 6 intercepts, I think. Looks decent, but Dale should come back, I think. So we'll get a look at what his role is, but yeah, he's a bit on the expensive side. But yeah, lots of options at the Dogs this year.
Yeah, they got a few young kids coming through. So yeah, as you said, round 0, we'll have a look. I just think with Artie, like he had that score in the game. This game we're talking about with 3 goals in this, scores in the 60s, whereas Hines didn't kick one, but had a few more tackles and still scored pretty much the same as Artie. So
Hines better scorer, better junior profile for scoring.
Yep. With the Hawks, I mean Newcomb just took up all their points there. It was, a bit left alone in the midfield. It's obviously the Hawks' main problem that everyone's talking about heading into this year. Did he get off, George? I knew he was going to the tribunal tonight. He did, so he'll be playing. Anything else with the Hawks? Just your man, C-Mac? Where you're at?
I like what I see. I think there's a few things he could be a little bit better at in terms of midfield craft, but no, it's still pretty good. I'm just being nitpicky. He was fine. He's really good in transition, but he's also, 11 contested is pretty good. I think the question is the center bounces. In the real stuff, obviously Mackenzie's out this week, which probably helps. I want to have a look. I don't think I can pay nearly 400K for someone that might not even get 40% center bounces or center ball ups, I guess. But
you're just going to rotate a lot through there, like 5 or 6. It looks like
is he just going to be 3? Like Mitchell has already said he's a forward, like that's his role, but he can go on center bounces. He mentioned like late in games because he's got a big tank to run out games, so he covers the ground really well. I've got no doubt either 4 mid will score. Just whether he gets it or not, probably not.
It's not actually much with the Hawks this year, is there? I mean, Butler is the other one you've looked at, but there's not like rookies looking like, or not many premiums. Like a bit of a weird team, the Hawks, for SuperCoach, but you've got Butler, mate.
Financial difficulties have come about for Nasiah, but if I can find the money, I will. But he's like, if I'm paying extra on the bench, it's like absolute last priority. It's just if I've got the money there. But I want to see if he gets up the ground because last year he played a little bit on the wing as well, I think, or just getting a lot of ball on the wing. So he's able to push up. I just want to see if that happens. With Mackenzie out, it could be bait. You could see a bit more time up the ground because a lot of them, like Guinea and stuff, they all get up the ground more, etc. T-Mac. So, look, he's probably like a 65-ish guy for 200K. Like, it's okay. It's not must-have. So, get another look. But, yeah, just saw big VFL numbers. 100 average is pretty good. So,
yeah,
and he looks good. He's definitely going to play. I think good job security as well. A lot of these bench guys are a little bit iffy, like a Carroll, for example. Like some of the West Coast boys, not too sure. So, yeah, good
Fair
job
enough.
security is nice.
Cool. Well, we'll drop the second league here. So for those listening, it's 644-980. So join up on that one. And we'll get back to the next game, which was the Saints and the Bombers. So
Feels like we're on a radio show when you read our numbers.
yeah. Well, those listening, George, they can't see what we put on screen. So Saints the Bombers. I mean, geez, I think you tweeted during the game.
Did you see this game?
I mean, I don't want to sound like a prick, but I've been on like loving Nas for about 3 years now. Like,
picked him early.
He is ridiculous. It's so good to actually see him not just be a halfback for his whole career and not just fucking, dwindle around there. Like he was obviously very good at it, but to see him now just have like he only went like mid forward like second half of last year, and the impact he's already having there after playing basically like 10 or 12 games there. I know this is a pracky, so let's like cut the crap. Like, but obviously last year he was doing this, but I don't know, man. Like it's Essendon, they just didn't go near him, or they couldn't get near him. It was quite comical. It's just it's not going to be that easy in the real stuff. Put it that way. Like Nas now has the biggest target on his back. You play the Saints, you're like, what are we doing this week? Oh yeah, it's stop that freaking guy from cooking us.
Because who can go with him forward?
Is the problem. Who can run with him?
He went back and like hit like a 55-meter dart, like threaded a needle and hit a target. It's just like, does it all over the ground.
Oh man, look, I know everyone was watching that game who didn't have him in his team and probably like me going, "Oh, this could be ugly if we stick to this." You found some cash with your finances to get him in. I still haven't. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we do get to see this week.
I don't know about you. Like these guys will drop. You'll get them cheaper at some point, but I don't have the nerve. I know what I'm like. I just need to start them. Like even McRae was 700K years ago. I was like, I'll just pick Jack Steele instead. McRae went 130. I was like, I can't do this. I just got to
trade him in.
And then he was crap for the rest of the year. Like 110 for the rest of the year, and he's priced at 130. But I know what I don't have the nerve. I'll find money in the starting team. Yeah, there's high upside teams if you find the value and completely nail it. But yeah, he's one I'm just going to pick. Are you picking him, do you think?
I've got Sinclair and I don't have Nas, so that's what it's been for a while. If I find some money, if I find some money, I'll get Nas. But like you, it's a bit tight over here. I don't have any Sam Butlers to drop down and make 70K from. So look, I don't know. We'll see what happens with rookies and structures next week. But yeah, I guess it's enough speaking about Nas. We know what he is. Can he do it this year with more attention? Can he? I mean, probably can, but he does have an early buy. You got to factor that in. Can't pick too many from that, but it is just them and the Giants. So it's really, honestly, just down to how many do you pick? 2 of these defenders, or do you just pick one and roll with others that don't have the early buy? That's really all it is, George. I mean, look at Windy. He was getting 40 touches at halfback. He was going crazy as well. Let's speak about some other, I guess, more controversial things like Flanders. We don't need to speak about. TDK, I think, is a big pickup for the Saints, but again, it's always just like, do you pick someone that's splitting ruck time? It wasn't. I mean, Rowan didn't really. Rowan's kind of playing a lot of forward. Like it isn't like a 50-50 split. It's a very genuine like 75-25 like split. So there is slight merit in TDK. I think he'd obviously be really good for them in the centre bounce, especially. But there's not much to talk about. Like Flanders, Philippou, pick him. Don't even bother looking after that. It's just Jack Carroll, I guess. George, like, does he play? If he does, do you even pick him? I don't know.
Some people, I don't know.
Yeah.
I asked a few people and just read comments online. Some people said like makes a few mistakes, but defensively not too bad. And just another way, it's just another look. He's been in the ones for a while in preseason, like early days. He has been.
Yeah.
So another one where just get another look.
Yeah.
Hunter Clark was really good in the VFL. That's probably he probably comes in who makes way.
Yeah.
Probably Carroll, if I had to guess. So I'm a little bit nervous on that one, but we'll wait a week. So I'm not penciling that one in just yet.
No. Saints are a round zero team this year, so we get a look. I guess a bit more to talk about with Essendon. Like, Blackiston is, I guess, was the talk of, especially early in this game. He was absolutely dominating. I think you could have a look here. SuperCoach, look at this. 46 in the first quarter, but didn't even get near that many points the rest of the game. And look, it's preseason. But I think TDK worked into the game and just got the better of him after quarter time. He still has that role, George, though. Like, he has that number one ruck role. You spoke about Brian off the top, that he's still TBC. Honestly, even if they've said round 4 or 5 or whatever to the media, like last week or during the preseason, can't see it like being such a given that he just does come in. Like, he'll have to get some footy under his belt. He'll have to, like, if it's still TBC now, I'd be worried if it was like, oh, he's back in 2 to 3, and then you're like, oh, okay. And then he'll play VFL for a couple probably, and then he'll come back. Like, if it's still TBC now, I honestly still think he could be like 2 months away, like, at least. It is an ACL. So what's your thoughts?
I'm picking him. I follow the role. Number one ruck for 290k is not bad. Fixture's not great, which is extremely important for rucks.
Yeah.
But if he's priced in the 50s, I think he can do. We need like 85 absolute minimum. I think he can do that as a number one ruck, I think.
Yeah.
Looked really good against Nank the other day. I guess not really a jumper, but yeah, I think tap work needs a bit of work maybe, but from this game anyway, but it was a tough one. Like, Saints mids were just farming so much ball all game, reading the tabs. So no, I've got him. I'm pretty sure I'll pick him. Do you have him?
No, it's sort of that kitty spot for me. Like, I know there's a bit of price difference, but maybe if I have enough there and I don't like kitty anymore, I can go there. That run does really annoy me. Looks bad. Gorn, Cherry, Wits in like a back-to-back weeks. But his first two are really nice too. So tough one. But I do think, like, I'm not picking him because I think Brian's coming back. It's actually more just like, do I think this is worth it at 300k? Can he do enough? Is it better spent elsewhere? I'm not sure, but I think he's a totally fine pick.
Too bad.
Yeah, man, he had like 2 holding the balls in the first quarter, tackling mids, running them down. Like, I know he did not much after that, but it's enough to know that he can do it. Like, unfortunately, just at the Bombers, maybe it'll be tough every week. I don't know. Need the mids to stand up.
Yeah.
I guess the rest for the Bombers, outside of Parrish, who has the role. If you want to pick him, pick him. If you don't. Like, I don't think I need to hit a convince or not on people. Like,
probably should pick him, to be honest.
If you sit where George does, you can not pick him. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Oh, you did, yeah.
For now.
Roll's there. Yeah, he'll probably be frustrating. He's going to make
Top
cash.
CBAs.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
it's just the rookies, right? Oh, yeah, go on.
I was going to say, had really bad disposal efficiency, had a down game. Saints hog the ball.
Yep.
You maybe see a bit of upside there. Like, really shouldn't be doing less than 90. But yeah, we can move on from that.
Yeah, I'll go quick here, George. So just quick on the rookies. Farrow, what did you think? Or
doesn't find enough ball. We saw that in the practice game. And look, I think endurance was a cross on his draft profile. If you think that's worth anything, for me, that's an issue. I can't pay 160 for this. Like, great kick, obviously. They want the ball in his hands, but just haven't seen enough production for me to be convinced for 160k.
Sweet. Dyson Sharp.
Yeah, looked good. Half forward, basically, around the ball. Didn't tackle at all, I think, but we know he can do that. He's a good user as well. Had a nice inside 50 kick. No, I like him. He, like, when you're finding money, like, should I go sharp down to 30K? Down 30K to find that money to a base price with dodgy JS or job security? No, I think I'll just keep him. So I like him, and he's just going to stay M9, I think.
Nice.
Go El Achka as well. Not going to score much. Wouldn't go there. The great guy, Konstantiopoulos, whatever it is. I can't read it.
Kondo, mate. Call him Kondo. Kondo
Giannis.
Giannis.
Okay,
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Key defender. I think they got a few injuries that could come back. No, I think they're all long term.
Ridley's
He
like
might play
4 to 5.
He's sort of there if you're like desperate for
I've
someone.
seen him mentioned by players, by like Archie Roberts and like Andy McGrath on interviews and stuff. So they might play. The other one I was kind of impressed by was Newen. He's already played last year because obviously everyone on the list played. So he's like 170. So you just probably can't pick him. But I was impressed by him. Goes in hard. So probably one of the few that you could say that about from Essendon. I know Theo, when he watches his Bombers every week, says none of them go hard enough. But I actually thought he did. So, yeah. Anything else from either team?
Not really. I think Archie Roberts, I liked his game. A lot more inside. I think split inside and halfback. Potentially wing, I don't remember. Probably more of a fantasy one, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Merritt had like 30%, 40% CBAs. Archie might have had 60 or something. So it's weird. Like, is that we don't really know what they do with Merritt long term.
Yeah.
Maybe they are. Maybe Brady Scott's just saying, "Hey, mate, you'll just get a little bit of mid time, but not a lot." All right, your boys up against the Dockers. I did watch a bit of this one on replay actually because I wasn't watching it live. But what do you think? I'll let you take it away, mate. Yeah, my boy Joshy Worrell, mate. Not my boy. I can't say that. I've never picked him, but he's been in my team. Does he stay there round 1? I'm not sure.
I don't mind it. Freo side of things, Young looked pretty good through the middle. Not much forward time. There was a little bit there. Murphy Reid was very good, 30 touches through the middle. Probably saw Andy take a bit of a back seat. Jackson's a trap, right? Or is that too far?
Not a trap, but like I think you need to not get. You can't be just. How do I frame this? Just because he's getting a bit of mid time doesn't suddenly make him a better pick than what he would. Like he's a better pick if he's playing ruck and basically solo, like majority ruck. If that's not the case, I don't want it. Like if he's playing forward with a bit of mid time, I don't want it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. He could get to a price where I might be enticed by it. Like if he's, if Luke Jackson's getting to low 500s or something, you're like, oh, we still don't know what's going on with the ruck line, and he's playing midfield like 50% or something, maybe. But like right now, not starting him for 600 or whatever. And who knows? Like what's happening? Is Shrek playing round 1? Is Cox playing? Are they all playing? Like what the hell? I don't know. Yep. So they said something.
Wait, he also says Hayden Young felt lower leg soreness and left the track.
It was ankle, right?
It says lower leg here. I guess that could be ankle. But anyway, this is
that is the lower leg, brother.
I was thinking maybe calf, but we've got Sean Darcy says he got through a practice match and is expected to be available, as is Luke Ryan, if that matters at all. So, like, the reason why I brought that up is obviously they use Cox as a main ruck here, but if Cox was playing, would it actually be Jackson? Were they just trying stuff with Jackson in the midfield? But if Sean Darcy's available, like, you would think he's going to be 70% ruck, right? Yeah.
I mean, saying someone's available is one thing, but you got to pick Sean Darcy, right? He's on a bloody 7-year deal. Whatever the hell they gave him. what do they do? I think Darcy just comes in for Cox and Cox doesn't play, but that's not. I don't know. Freo fans can enlighten me. And they just keep it the way it is. They're in such a weird spot with it all. Like they were already in a weird spot with the two rucks, and now they get Cox, and then they play Cox in the final preseason. Like they had to, I guess, but they play Cox in the final preseason game as big. So, to me, that tells me that Jackson is not going to play solo ruck unless literally Cox and Shrek are both just on the long-term injury list, right? That's what that's to me. Because if he was going to play solo ruck with Shrek not available, then he would be doing it in the last game before round one. So,
yeah,
look, I'm guessing, but that's what I'm seeing. So, if Shrek is suddenly on a long-term injury list, then I think it's actually Cox we got to look at because he's like 220K and he'll be rucking, and that's something I never would have thought I'd say in 2026. But Jackson is, I mean, is he still the most owned ruck? Like, I'm not going there. I wouldn't be starting him. He's one that you always look at mid-year or whatever if, Shrek's injured. But now I think it's going to have to be Shrek's injured and Cox injured. And then it's like, oh, now Jackson's going to have to ruck. Because I just don't think I want him, George, as a pinch hit midfielder playing forward. No, not for me.
No, better roles available in the ruck line. Pure ruck. I like that better.
We spent enough on that. Anything else from Freo?
Not really.
Missionary man. I guess you said Luke Ryan's available, so that doesn't mean he's playing. So I guess we'll wait and see. But
just hate Freo premiums. Owned Tom and Andy back into last year in DT, and I reckon neither of them cracked 90 post-buy, which was painful. Just no marks. Outside game is not really there. Football-wise, good, but fantasy-wise, not so good anymore.
I'm with you, mate. It's really only Hayden Young, and I guess he's now holding by a thread. Like recent injuries, what happens. So, you know what? I wouldn't be mad if I went into the year with no Freo premiums. Would probably relieve some stress. Or players at all, for that matter. Your boys, what did you see?
I think we've had a game style change. Usually it's hard for me to pick up game styles because I'm always watching individual players and I usually leave that stuff to others. But I thought it was noticeable how we were using the ball outside deep 50. A lot of chip mark. Well, not chip mark, but more trying to like cut our way through the ground with medium short kicks. Not like wasting time like back and forth in defense, but trying to sort of like what Brisbane do. We don't really have that Zorko who can just find that 55-meter out and open the ground up, but we're sort of playing a bit like that. And if you're watching the screen in the video at the moment, Worrell, Miller, Laird basically scored nearly 350 between them. So,
and Dawson would have been part of that too. Like he would have been part of the kicks through the middle and stuff.
Yeah, so found that interesting. Could help Worrell. Definitely. Like, I don't think I'll pick Worrell. I just don't have enough certainty. Like, I think there's a good chance that he'll be like 95 plus, but I'm not certain. I think he did 100 post-buy, 102, I think.
He's very up and down. That is the issue. There's no like trend, whether it's wins, losses, whether it's, he just can score 120 1 week, 80 the next, 110, 60. So he is a bit of a risk in that sense.
I was looking at Laird's numbers last year. I think he was the most consistent player in the league.
Just 100 every week.
he had 2 scores under 90. One was 89 and 85. Another one he got subbed out tactically. I don't know why. I can't remember. But he doesn't have bad games. He does get rested throughout the year. But like this is sneaky, like a good pick, I think. If there wasn't if he was maybe 29 to 32.
That's the problem. I mean, I guess to start the year, maybe it's okay. But end of the year, you had the bye. Then he played, 4 or 5 in a row. Then played out, then played the last round.
Yeah. Basically rested 3 times last year, including the sub.
Yeah.
Mick Andrew.
Yes.
Good. Running out the game. The main thing I wanted to see is him run out the games really well because we know that's where Rob sort of shines. But if Andrew can sort of match that not fade out in games, then that's a big top
Six
up.
tackles. 6
Yeah.
tackles. We'd like to see that.
I don't think you can run him R3. I think it's you
That's
could, but I think you're losing points. Like your rookie versus McAndrew rookie, I think you just almost certainly to lose unless it's like a Jagger or maybe Dev.
yeah. I mean, let's have the bigger conversation next week once we see. But I am with you. It's either R2 or flex for me. I'm not
Yeah,
pick 2 rucks and plump him R3. I think he'll do pretty. Like he'll probably be the best rookie, right? Like basement rookie, Jagger. Okay, like second.
probably. Yeah,
But could still be better than Jagger, right? Like I'd say it's them two for basement rooks. You want that
Yeah.
on field. You can't have that sitting on the, especially best 18 weeks. You need to get some good scores from rookies. If people are getting 90s and maybe more from McAndrew on the field, you'll be behind. If he's sitting at R3 and you can't even field him. And look, if you pick rucks that have buys, you're probably saying, "Yep, I'll cover the buys with them," and that makes sense. But come around 4 or 5, then what? Like, is he just staying R3?
Yeah. Like, what do you value more, the points on the field or the extra rookie? Like, not picking like a dud R3.
Yes.
Like in that place, you have like a money maker. Like, what do you value more? Say 150K or the points on the field? I'd probably grade the points, to be honest.
You got to grade
Plus,
the points. Yeah, I get your point, but like you could say, oh, we substitute an R3 that doesn't make much for a mid-bench rookie that also doesn't make much, or
yeah,
I don't know. I just really think like if it comes around 4 or 5, George, and you've got this McAndrew R3 and he's in the team, he's playing well, and he doesn't look like leaving it, then how do you fix that? How do you get him onto your field? Are you trading in a bloody
anti-potting? Basically, that might be rough.
I guess you're trading in a rookie out early or something, and then getting in a, Kalani White or whatever or something, but that just feels like an annoying trade to have to make a little bit into the season. So yeah, we'll talk about it more next week. But we'll finish off with the Crows. Rochelle, did you?
Yeah, not a heap of the ball, 18 touches, but Mark's tackles not too bad. I think he looked fine in the midfield. Like he's good. His first possession's not too bad. In tight, like his handballing's pretty good. So I think there's maybe like a little bit undersized, I guess, but I liked his game. I was happy with it. I think that should have been 100. He gave away a 50, like the stand rule, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I pretend that's 100, I think. What is it like when Rankin's back? I think he has to play decent midfield this year. Like been there all preseason. I guess Rankin sort of had to play midfield last year, and they didn't put him in there, and we copped it for it. I think it's an okay pick. He's done 90 before over 4 games in his entire career, or 50% plus centre bounces. A low sample, but no, I don't mind it. I think I said one of the videos I did, like if you're like struggling for a F6 and you get Rochelle, I think you can do like high 80s, low 90s. The role might fluctuate here and there, but with the mid-time over the time, I think it'll be okay. I'm for it if you want to go there.
Cool. And then I guess just into some rookies, George. Bond, you already spoke about a bit. Do you think he should play?
I hope so. Yeah.
Do we pick him at 160K or so? Is the bigger question,
not sure.
And that's probably just dependent on what else we have down back come round 1, as far as rookies go.
The role was different to last year, where he was just getting up the ground a lot more, getting involved, whereas last year was pure lockdown. I guess the worry is if he does play that pure lockdown, not going to score much.
Yeah. Edwards, he had a lot of mid-time, but
yeah, I think
will he keep it? With Peatling 1 week away, Rankin 1 week away.
This is where
2 weeks away.
I feel like he should play, just see what he's got. Not a massive ball winner, which is like when you're in the midfield, you pretty much need to be. He's got more upside than a lot of the others in the midfield. So I feel like playing him is better for the long term. So I don't really know, but I don't think he was going to play until all the injuries. So I guess wait and see. He looked good, but just didn't find a lot of it. Like contested, he had 10 contested. He's good in the contest, moves well, good user. There's a bit to work with. I don't know if he plays, so I'll keep an eye out for comms out of the Crows if they comment on him. You got Braden Cook,
Yep.
bit of wing. I guess he trained half back in preseason. Like, there's just no room back there. I think it'll be mostly wing, half forward, probably more wing. Never been a big scorer, so you can probably do your 55, 60 maybe.
Murray.
Mitchell played. Probably not. I don't think he'll play round one, but he looked all right. Chase Jones, disappointing. Probably should have seen it coming. I think he'll lose his spot to Cumming. And then Murray, yeah, I think he's going to play forward rookie, and he'll be second ruck. Most likely low tog.
So I was just looking at Chase Jones, and a lot of people said he was on about 4 till about halfway through the third quarter or so.
Yeah, he didn't. They threw him on ball in the third quarter. He got his hands on it a bit.
It was that game, George, right, where there was just the biggest win I've ever seen, right? Like, Geordie Clark kicked it out from fullback. Hayden Young marked it over the centre circle and then hit Jai Amos, and it was 2 kicks goal. And then Nick Murray, I think, had a kick out at the start of the game, and it went. We actually looked at this, me and Locke, because I actually will show anyone who's watching on YouTube, and sorry for those who want audio, but on Footy Scores, you can actually click on a player, and then when you're on their stats, click on any stat you want, and you can see what time of the game they got it or what value it went up, increased, right, at what time. And this was he had this last year, but he sort of refined it, how it looks. And hilariously, Nick Murray meters gain, that first kick he had, so he's gone from 0 to 110 in that one kick from the kick in that went just bounced in inside 50. So my point saying all that is that it was a very windy game. Chase Jones running up and down on the wing. It probably wasn't a game where you're just going to be able to like kick a mark and get too much easy ball on the way. Like a lot were just sort of bombing it and get a lot of packs forming, right? Like on the wing. Look, I'm not trying to stick up for Chase Jones. If he's there and playing like as a last resort, I'll pick him. But if there is remotely anyone else, he's out of my team. But you don't think he plays, or do you think he will struggle?
In the ones all preseason, basically.
Yeah.
I think there's just a bit of competition there. Hinge.
Anything else?
Whenever he's back. Hinge is off the... No, he's a test.
He's a test.
I'd be pretty worried. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Someone else can move to wing or something, or even, Hinge can play.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Monitor that. Couple games left. Kangaroos and the Pies. Watched this one. It was looking dire for the old Roos there for a bit if they lost this.
I like it when the Kangaroos are up and about. I don't know why.
But then they were fully celebrating with the tight win. Look, the Kangas, they really need to do something this year, or else it's
new coach.
Yeah, that's number one. But something else needs to happen. Look, she's really good. LDU was getting a stack of the footy. Bit of bad ball use at times, but he's looking fit. So look, I'm never going to tell anyone to pick LDU, but I'm not going to like breathe down your neck and say don't pick LDU. But you will make your own bed if it ends up as it usually does. But
a lot of people scarred from that pick.
You've got to be scarred. I'm scarred, and I've never picked him, George, and I'm still scarred.
I don't know. He just looks so good.
He does. That's the problem. He's just the idea of LDU is just so much better than the reality, and that sucks to say because he's still not that old. Like he's like what
26.
Late,
For what it's worth, actually, he did a Tommy Hilfiger interview where he's like modeling. It's a good read.
He's good looking dude.
Last year he was like a little bit cooked mentally and physically.
So he's already setting up for post footy. Is he getting into my? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Don't attack me. Now, Doveston, to be third on that list, like he looked really good, George. Like getting rail up the ground. And look, this game is a bit of a scrap. Like a lot of transition up and back. Like North actually had like 30-something scoring shots. It was kind of ridiculous. Obviously, Collingwood are playing most of their twos pretty much. Only a few senior players. Doesn't mean I still can't be impressed by what Doveston did. Do I end up with him? I'm not sure because he's still going to be a North small forward. But I was impressed. Do you know much about him, George? What his junior numbers are like? I don't know he's like the best small forward in the draft, or touted to be. Kind of looks like a bit of a mini Wizard Watson, or like not mini, both mini, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think old essays in our Discord. Was pretty big on him in the draft year.
Yep.
And yeah, just said watched him in his draft. He said he gets high up the ground. And we saw that late in the game was helping out in defense. Obviously, like overscored, if you want to call it that, with the goal at the end. It's just, I feel the job security is very safe.
That's the big thing.
Point. And there's a spike game. I mean, maybe a spike game is just as likely as a floor game. Remember, this is North Melbourne. They're not going to win every game. And Collingwood had, 10 outs or something?
Yep.
I need to assess all the options after round 0. He's my F7 at the moment. But at least you know he'll play, and it's not just so. Like I feel like Artie Jones probably a bit goal reliant, whereas I think Dobson can get a bit more of the ball.
Yeah. Didn't say much there, but it's tough. Like I think there's actually going to be quite a few forward rookies, as I've said. So
the depth of the forward rookies is massive. It's just picking the right ones.
That's the thing.
A lot of them are probably no good.
Correct. They are forward rookies for a reason. Blamiers did mention him off the top with the injury news, sort of like, does he keep his spot? Where does he play? Halfback or wing? Not sure. Does he play at all? Obviously, we'll have to see that, but he was impressive. Nonetheless, he was impressive. I think he won Young Player of the Year in the VFL last year.
Yeah, that's right. I checked that after I said
he
won the BNF, the MVP.
But he's good. He's good, George. Like he had a crack. So there's the type of players I think you got to play if you're North. Like you can't. He's done enough. He's done enough to put his hand up. Whether Clarko picks him is another question. And then if he does, where's he playing is the other one. So
has to play. Has to.
Guess we'll just wait and see.
I think it's also Blamiers. I know the commentary. All I heard was Blamiers for this Blamiers. Like, he called his name out so many times. He had to.
Yeah, a few people brought up. It sounds like Blamiers from the old Chelsea player back in the day, Brazilian. If you know, you know. Next one's Cherry. I really don't want to talk about this, George, at too much length. We have to, but do we save it for next week? Like that's the last time we'll see Cherry. So it's
he wasn't trying.
We've got it. Okay.
The centre bounce stuff is still an issue for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. His ownership has dropped off.
I've never seen
a premium go from 55 to 25 in a week. Whatever it is.
On open, he was like, 55, 50?
Something like that. I've never seen that. For a healthy premium that's been a super premium for 2 years or whatever you want to call them, uber premium, I've never seen that for a healthy guy. It is an overreaction. I'll 100% agree. I am one of them that has contributed to that lowering of ownership. The fixture, like George, if I might put this to you, if his fixture wasn't as good as it is, would you be picking him?
No.
So why are you picking him? And you're just going to say fixture, but you can't just pick someone for that.
I remember my big brain traded in Marshall for 2 bad matchups, and he gave me a 50 and a 60 or something. So
but Rowan could have had 12 clangers against anyone. That guy.
Yeah. I think it was against Gore.
I've got dark memories. The big old row. Good memories and bad. But
nothing like an intercept and then throwing away the points straight away. Well, the fixture's unbelievable, right?
Mate, it's not just up till he plays Grundy. Like, obviously, that's his first, top ruckman he plays. It goes on for another 10 weeks after that until he plays Gawn, DCAM, and, TDK and Rowan. That's, late 18, it's 16 of the first 17 weeks of this all very positive match. Not very, obviously a lot are, but positive matchups for the most part. And it's
So, are you worried at all not owning Sherry?
You have to be. This is one of the weirdest picks where it's you could be worried in both camps, I think.
Yeah.
And you're not going to know until a couple games in, first of all, league-wide for the whole ruck thing, but more so with Cherry, where he scores, the most percentage of his points. Everyone knows this, at stoppage for all the rucks, right? It's 80%, something ridiculous. Other rucks are 40, 60, 35, 65, whatever. Cherry only scores 19% or something like 20% of his points outside the stoppage.
For what it's
Now,
worth,
yeah,
those 3 games where he was rested in the fourth quarter and had the hamstring issue, I reckon he would have scored next to 0 in transition those games. He
okay,
was just lumbering around. So I think it's
Sure.
skewed slightly. But
slightly. That's 3 out of 20, 22 games. That can't skew it that much. Like, let's say it's 20 something percent. It's still the lowest. Like, that's still going to be the lowest. Now, it's not just the ruck stuff. The whole game is trending towards being a transition game. And he doesn't really get involved that much. Like, not even marks around the ground.
he does
He genuinely just does everything repeated stoppage, tackle, repeat, pick the ball up, handball it out,
shove him out the way.
shove him out the
grab
way, hit outs to advantage, whatever. I don't know, man. Like, I at the start, I probably said this 3 weeks ago on the pod. I'm like, oh, total overreaction. It's not going to be that bad. The rucks, whatever. Cherry's the one, dude. I'm just like, I don't know if it's gonna be bad for him, dude. I don't know. And he'll still dominate at ball ups around the ground at stoppage, all the other rucks, the easy matchups. It's like, it's just enough to take off the top. That if he averages like 112, 113, 114, 150, like, if I'm spending that much money, I'm like, well, I might as well just start Bont. And that's what my team is at the minute. I've got Bont. Because I know what that man is, and I don't care what rules you change. That motherfucker is going to dominate. So
that's another one where, it's hard.
That's where I'm at. I'm like, if I'm going to do that, and I know it's a ruck line, it's like, oh, you still need to start a ruck. Well, I've got English, and then I've just got McAndrew Art too, but that's obviously another question in itself. Probably spoke about this too much, but it is a big thing. It is a big, like, you've never see a premium that's almost 700K drop that much down to ship in a 2-week period.
First 2 months, none of these ruckmen can like jump anyway. Like Blackiston in his fixture, he's got like Briggs, Nank, Pitney, like Vizentini.
But if they're taller than Cherry, like, they could still just beat him at centre bounce as well. Cherry's never been good at centre bounce, even before these rule changes, by the way. Like, he hasn't been a big centre bounce.
Geelong as well, yeah. No,
but he would always do really well at repeat stoppages and jump in on tackles. But oh man, I hate how much I've thought. Like,
we'll worry about it. We do podcast round 3. We'll discuss
whether you're trading him out or if I'm
trading him in or not. This
all right.
190 back to back end of last year.
I know.
No, he's I can see either way, either side of the fence. No, he's in for me.
I'm gonna hate every North game this.
So you're definitely not picking him?
I'm not definitely, but I'm pretty certain I won't.
Yeah, okay. No,
I'm at the point where I'm like, if I'm spending 680, I'm just gonna pick freaking Max if I'm gonna spend it. Like, I trust that man, and he's done me dirt, like reamed me the last 3-4 years. If he's healthy, I may as well just pick Max. I know he'll figure it out. All right, let's move on. Anything else from North scrolling down?
CCJ rocked a little bit in the fourth quarter.
They got to pick Trembath, don't they? He came on for a half and looked really, really good.
I wonder what that looks like if they use him as a 23rd and just a bit of centre bounce work and sit on the bench for 60% of the game. I'm not sure. I'm not really going to worry about it too much if he's named.
Okay.
It's not ideal though.
That's about it, I guess. Fino Sullivan, I didn't mention, but I wouldn't pick him, but looks to be playing pretty much full mid-time this year, which is good. Put on a bit of size. I've always liked his talent. I know we didn't get him at Tigerland. We didn't pick him, but I think it'd be good for us. Pies, how much do you take away from this? They have not had close to even half a team really playing in pre-season. But I guess there's really only a couple plays you even look at from Collingwood, and that's obviously Nick. You don't really need to see play as long as he's fit. You can pick him. But Josh, a few have been looking at slightly, and then there's obviously Darcy Cameron as well. But what do you have to say, George? What did you
played full-time halfback, which is not what we expected. I don't know. Was he just hiding him for round 0? I don't know, but I found that odd. Not sure what they do with him. You'd think midfield though.
Yeah,
train there.
Yeah, I wouldn't read too much into that.
DC was all right. I thought Sherry got the better of him.
But people by the end of the game, DC kind of did it right as well. DC won the hit-out battle. I think obviously Cherry sat a lot at the end of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's like Pies kids we were looking at. Do they make the final teams this week and ahead of round one? See how they go this week if any get named. But Hubby Harrison didn't do much, George. So I had him in my team until this game and kind of took him out. If he's not doing much in this setup, not sure how he'll go next week. If he could still play this week, right? But it's like, yeah, see how he goes. A few kids did all right, George, but it's like any of them going to play? I'm not too sure which ones are and who's not. It's like I got no idea.
Yeah,
when everyone's back. So, guess it's not a one for next week. Last game. Let's get this out of the way and wrap it up because we're gone a bit tonight, but obviously a fair bit to talk about.
Oh, just one. Will Parker's base defender, 138k. Played all right.
Yes.
I think he played forward. No, I can't remember.
I could quickly check that for you if you want.
I think I might get him confused with someone else. I'm getting him confused with West.
Oh, West is the big boy. Yeah. He played all right. Yeah. But no, I actually thought Will Parker was all right too. He played back. Look, I don't know how many.
They got heaps of outs.
If any play, so it's might be redundant anyway. Then last game, Port absolutely smacked the crap out of the Eagles, and it was just, I don't know, business as usual for Butters, Rosie, Drew, even Gio was kicking goals from fucking everywhere. So we know Port have the talent. Can they put it on all together for the season? Who knows? But what were your takeaways, George? Who are you looking at here?
Dev on field for sure.
Yep.
Quiet first half. I think Marich gets dropped for Lindsay. Hopefully
they both played. They both played. So do you mean like he just doesn't get
Duggan's
picked?
Got to come back in.
Like Duggan and Hoff,
a few others.
Yeah,
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, hope it's Lindsay. I like the look of him.
Finn McRae, Schomburg, both like half forward wing.
Yeah,
I think Finn was probably better today. Schomburg suspended, so can't pick him. Yo didn't do much. I guess like Harley Reid probably wasn't going there anyway, but I think he looked good. So, but yeah, I'll avoid that. But he could do like 90 plus, has the capabilities. Any takeouts for you?
Vicentini ended on a decent score. I was still kind of keeping the door ajar for him to sort of slot in at R2, but I still think he can. Like, just don't know how much I trust him. It's tough. 300k. There's a lot of decent mid prices on other lines for that sort of price. I feel
his run's not bad. After
the
West Coast.
Honestly, I could still go there with a restructure, like seeing how the rest of the team pans out. So he's one to keep an eye on. Yeah, Butters, Rosie, you don't need to talk about them. Toddy Marshall, we have to talk about. I think just put him in your team and see how he goes. I'm
wary of this.
I am too, but I don't think you can not pick it.
Yeah, Kickins.
Do you get my point? Kickins playing defense.
10 marks. Was West.
Yeah, like you can't. He's an experienced player.
I'm thinking. I was thinking.
He's played probably. I don't know how many games he's played, but he's been around for a bit.
Scored all right in the forward line too, like 70 plus. So can roam around, take a few marks. I think we need to the mid rooks are really iffy. I think, and even defender rookies, we're losing a few. So maybe we load the forward line rooks, and maybe that means a Lombard on field, Dev on field, maybe one more, and maybe Marshall's that extra on field. You can run like a Doveston, Roses, like whoever you want on the forward bench, maybe like Gothard, etc. So I feel like I want to jam these guys in the team because it's a lot of, I think, good job security rooks. Assuming Marshall is okay job security. I think he played on Newton. Could be wrong. I definitely played on him in the first half from what I saw. So I think, week before played on Phil Thorpe. Do you feel that way with loading the forward rooks or?
Yes, so I have. I'll just give away my forward line, but like Shees, Petrarca, Flanders, Philippou, you could, I guess, maybe say you don't want track or not. He's maybe the one. But then 2 rookies on field, Devon, Leo, might be someone else for round 1, but that's probably the main. And then pick 2 more on the bench. And then honestly, if I'm going McCann Gerard 2, it could even be Flex has another one that maybe
Hines.
has something like that. I mean, unfortunately, not a lot of them have like the mid status, right? So you kind of limits your flexibility, but you also have Track and Shees who do. So early season, you can still flip that around if need be. Yeah, I'm with you, George. I'm with you. I'm definitely going the 2 on field. Whether I pick that extra like 9th forward on the flex, I'm not sure, but definitely want out of like the 8 forward slots we have, like 4 to be rookies, and I'm not counting Philippou there, so 5 if you want to count him. But definitely that's the way I want to look. I'm looking at that for sure. Anything else from Port? I mean, they had Watkins play. He's 99k. Don't think he'll keep his spot when Wines is back. Maybe he doesn't even play round 1. I don't know. But all it means is Will Brody's not in the team, and I'm happy. So don't have to think about him anymore. He might probably come in if there's injuries or whatnot. He's probably just there as insurance. But how do you feel, George? You a bit upset or?
Had to restructure my whole midfield.
Different captain for round 1 now, mate.
Yeah. But Watkins did play full-time mid. But obviously, as you said, for you to come back. Horn Francis, probably a few others, took Miller, Ron, Marshall, maybe Merritt, who knows? Probably not, though. Probably on for forward status. So
you're right, actually.
Late for the turn for some of them. I guess role dependent for a few, but certainly for Horn Francis, gets mid. He's way underdone very clearly.
Yeah.
Just played him forward, so he could average like. It wouldn't surprise me if he averages like 65 over the first 5 or 6 weeks and just plays full forward. I'm not really sure where he's at, but definitely missed a big chunk of preseason. Yeah.
Anything we missed? Maybe like people want to speak about Cooper Duff, Tyler. I'm not going there. 190k.
Bad role, probably bad talk too.
Schoenberg, did you mention? I don't remember.
Yeah, suspended.
Yeah, of course, but he could even come back in. Who knows? I think you mentioned Finn, didn't you? Spoke about him. So yeah, I think that's everything from the games covered. Heading into round 1 or opening round. Bloody hate. Hope we don't have to say that for too many more years, George. Old opening round, but it is a thing, and we do get to look at some players this week. So yeah, we'll see teams drop tomorrow. Maybe have a quick squiz at them.
Is it Carlton Sydney first up?
Yep, Thursday night.
Be a good game.
Geelong and Gold Coast Friday night, and then I don't know the rest. I know the games, but I know I know Collingwood Saints are on Sunday, so that leaves the other 2 on Saturday. I don't know what times they are, but yeah, footy's back. Keen. If you've made it all the way to the end, I've still got 1 more league left, so lucky you.
This will be a test if this fills up.
See if this fills up. So 502-756. That is so. Thanks for that, guys. Join. Anything else you needed to address, Jaws? I don't know. What are you doing? Eliminated leagues. You've done them, haven't you? So
I keep saying we're doing the eliminator in terms of work that's gone into setting it up. Well, it depends on Hammy. So I think we'll be all right. He just wants to get it up and running once he's got a look at round 1. And then set up and import the teams from the website. So yeah.
So round 1 won't count if you
no
join. It'll be after that. Makes sense.
Anything from you? All good?
No, all good, mate. Keen to watch footy on the couch instead of just, I don't know, trying to find a new show to watch or freaking scrolling on your phone. Just keen to actually have footy on the TV and
yeah,
pass out until work the next day or whatever it is, the weekend.
Honestly, I get bored. I'm just like the other day, I just went to like Kmart just for no reason. It's nothing to do. Just bored out of my brains. Look at the cheap gym equipment.
You're probably walking around Kmart with your phone up on your freaking team, I bet.
Yeah, probably get in the car, quick change, and go. But yeah,
All right.
need
Good
footy
George, long
back.
potty. Footy's back. We'll wrap up opening round next week. What's your content like, mate? You looking at any
However I feel. Do
how
the
many more
weekly,
team-
do the
how many
pod.
more team reveals before round one?
Look, it's the prime time for ad revenue. So you gotta milk it. You gotta milk. You'd be silly not to, put it that way. In this
I like this
living
thumbnail.
crisis.
What the hell was the thumbnail?
Oh, I don't know. I think like I don't have many pictures, but we did an escape room, high school friends, and it had a phone in it. So I just picked up a phone and did like a group photo, and then I was flicking through pictures because I didn't have many. It's like, oh, I'll just use that. I'll try and make like a meme-ish picture for myself. I think last year I did the shush. I don't know, a bit embarrassing, but that's it. You got to laugh at yourself.
I want to talk about. I don't know if I can show it properly, but I feel like we should talk about this. What the
What's
hell is your photo on the SuperCoach?
Dude, that was I had my mouth full of food.
But it's like warped, like it's like zoomed
don't
in and kind of like.
That was a nightmare because I was trying to take pictures like against the wall. I was getting my mum to take it, and this is no good. Like I look worse in reverse for some reason. So I just like screw it. Like
like mirrored, yeah.
People are probably going to see this, but
I reckon that's like a thing. Everyone feels that about themselves, like how they look
Yeah.
compared to how they don't in a mirror or whatever.
the way I see
Look,
it, like,
mate,
yeah,
you're an expert, so how do you feel? Anyone can add you to the league. Finally,
I'm kind of
2026.
embarrassed.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm not going to go around telling people I'm a SuperCoach expert. It's ridiculous. Like don't get when Al asked me, I was like, I was not going to say no, and that was really nice of him to ask. So I was happy with that. But yeah, I'm not going to go around saying, "Oh, I'm an expert." Like, "Oh, I'm an expert." Like, I don't know. It feels like a bit up yourself. I don't want to be like that.
It's tall poppy.
I can be like that sometimes, but you know,
it's just a name. Like it's just expert. It just means you're an influencer, man. That's what you are.
If you want. I always like checking other ranked coaches. So I check leagues.
Yes.
We got FTTV 1 and Abs has got his content league. So I check those like once or twice a week, see what other people are doing.
Yeah.
So I like that. So yeah. It's DR as well. Shout out to DR.
Yes, DR's one as well.
10 times harder than me with content. So yeah, he very well deserved, and he's a star DR. So add us to the league, I guess.
Agreed. All right, we'll sign off. Enjoy opening round. Don't change your team too much, but I'm sure all us super coaches, especially if you're still listening, we're exactly the type of people that will. So we'll be back next week to wrap that up and look ahead to round one. Catch you guys next time.